Yo guys, Kabal here, and welcome back to the channel. I really had an empty month of this month. There was no content, there was no videos, there was no nothing until my birthday. So if you guys didn't know, I actually just turned 22. Like I even still have the balloons that actually came with me, and if you guys follow me on the Snapchat, you know I got the best balloon in here. You know what's up. Like, look at this balloon right here. You know what's up right here. But if you don't follow my Snapchat, it's going to be down in the links in the description. But I sometimes get this question from time to time, like at work, or like from a couple of viewers, or from people that are actually graphic designers that actually say, did you actually draw these characters? Did you hire someone to draw these characters? And this has been told by me ever since I actually created these characters. And some of you might not even know I have cartoon characters. If you look around in the channel, you can see the YouTube banner. There's a couple of my friends in cartoon form, as well as myself in cartoon form. I mean, my intro has a walking cartoon dude just walking on by and stuff like that. Most of my humor is also considered like adult cartoon like. And it all started from just this picture right here, and then I decided to slap a face onto it, and then the rest is history. And I've even advanced to the point where I actually gotten very detailed with some of these drawings. So like I could show you a couple of examples of what I've actually have drawn. This is actually one of my friends right here that actually had a detailed face, and I think this one's my most recent art that I've actually have done, and I thought it turned out very well. It actually shows all of her features and stuff like that. I mean, this is the most very detailed drawing I think I've ever done in one of my characters. I mean, I've tried to attempt it with the other people, like with Emma right over here, and with other people that has gone through, because the other characters that I've kind of created, like my face is not even very detailed. It's just some eyes and a mouth, as well as my friend Jake and Austin. Those are mostly cartoon characters that just kind of came out of another drawing. I kind of traced it a bit, and then I went from there. So call me an artist, call me not an artist. My type of art form in terms of the drawings is basically I grab some elements on Google, kind of slap it around together, sometimes add some elements from their actual facial features, actually draw them, and then turn them into a cartoon character. And in this video, I'm actually going to be kind of showing you how I actually do some of my drawings, because I've been meaning to draw one person in particular, all because I didn't really like how he looks. This is the version of him that I actually have currently, and he's been asking me so many times to redo his cartoon character. So I'm just gonna do another picture. I've had a professional picture of him this whole entire time, so we're gonna be doing basically a drawing of Isaac right over in here. Here we have him in his glorious form, and we're kind of just going to be turning him into an animated Isaac. So for starters, I like to make layers. So we have a couple of layers that I got to do right over in here. Got to duplicate some. So we have here like the actual control picture right over in here. I mean, we just kind of keep it much more standard. I'm going to move it to the side so that you guys can kind of see what exactly we're working on. I'm kind of working on my ultra wide monitor, since it's good for productivity and stuff like that. I can work with enough space and stuff like that, so I can kind of just like draw and move around at that point, even though like he's kind of like really close to me, kind of just looking at me to say, hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing there? I'm about to grab that booty, man. So first, let's go in and just zoomed in. We're kind of more worried about the face. I don't really care about the body as much, but we're just gonna work on his actual face right here. So we're gonna go ahead and get another layer. We already got that other layer right here, and then we're just gonna slowly cut around his head. Now, a lot of people are gonna judge me, because there's gonna be some graphic designers that are gonna look at this video and think, why aren't you doing this on Illustrator? Why aren't you using the pen tool? This is what I've always been used ever since I've learned Photoshop. I sometimes would use the poly tool or the magnetic lasso tool. That's just what I'm used to personally. I tried to learn the pen tool. In fact, where is the pen tool? In fact, here's the pen tool right here. I mean, I kind of know how to use it. I already know how to use it. Yeah, like I know how to use the pen tool. In fact, we need to take off. I already messed up. You know what, for you graphic designers out there, I'm gonna try to use the pen tool. How about that? As you can see, I'm kind of okay with this pen tool right here, so I might have to go to my existing one. So hold on, start from right here. How about that? Okay. We're just gonna delete that. Purchase your tracks today. Okay, graphic designers, you proud of me? I actually used the pen tool for this thing. It's not the best in terms of like what other people would do. They would go really in detailed, but his hair is literally so frizzy that like most likely I'm just gonna give him a fresh cut. We're just gonna give him a fresh cut right there. So let's go ahead and select that. Okay, now we got the layer selected. We're ready to cut him out. So all we have to do is just basically cut out his head. And boom, he's a good old head right here. And then look at that, we got a good old Isaac right in there. Now it's actually time to like just touch it up, get the little bit of the edges done, and then we're gonna actually get into cutting each and individual feature so that we can get ready for the colors and adding in basically a full-on cartoon character. Now, surprisingly, for my first time with the pen tool on Photoshop, because I actually never used the pen tool, it's actually not that bad in terms of like the edges and stuff like that. So I kind of actually did a decently good job. So now we're getting to the point where like we can now like start separating each individual colors right here. So what I do is like, I kind of just separate the hair, separate the skin color, and then like start cutting out like the eyes, nose, and mouth, but that's like in so totally different layers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna start duplicating the layer and actually getting the brown out of the way. So we're just going to get the brown from here. We're going to continue on using the pen tool. If not, then we're going to go back to my lovely magnetic tool right there. Yeah, screw the pen tool. I'm going to go get started with my magnetic lasso. All right, we cut out the head. Now it's just him right here. So what this matters right here is all we need to do for me in terms of this situation is like I can go into like details with all the colors and stuff like that, but that's not my style. I don't go into each detail of color and then just trace it out like that. And then yeah, that's one color right here. And then this is like one color right here. No, we do not do that. We're actually just going to make the whole entire thing one color, and that's kind of like my style right there. I just take the person's skin tone. I'm going to say this sort of brown is going to be his skin tone right here, and then what I basically do is just go into the blending options, color overlay, and then we copy this, and boom, that's his skin tone. And then we do the same thing for his hair. We do the same thing for his glasses, his eyebrows, and stuff like that. And sometimes I will draw it out, but sometimes I'll just slap a feature right in there, because why not? And we're going to continue this process throughout the whole entire body style. So we're going to go on ahead and do the hair and then go from there. Now this is the kind of the part where like I actually like start adding some cartoon features, because there's just some features I can't really just draw out. As you can see, they're kind of like blurry. His eyebrows are kind of like just faded into the actual screen itself. So now I'm looking through the gallery of my eyebrows and I find one that kind of matches his. Yeah, this one might look a little bit better than these because these are kind of blurred out. So we're gonna go ahead and use this one, and we're gonna kind of just blend it in. We'll use like at least to blend in with his color of his hair. We're gonna just make it just constant black and stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah, that might, okay, we need to make it a little bit more. That might work out. So let's put it behind the glasses as well. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Looks a little bit all right. Gonna keep it like that, and then we're just gonna slap it on the other side, and then we'll trim it from there because we don't see much of his eyebrow right in here. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. So as you can see from the progress, we kind of got like a good good version. I mean, all we gotta do is just kind of just add the eyes and maybe a little bit of his chin structure, and then we're actually kind of good. Now I'm gonna try to play around with the eyes as well, because I don't think I can draw the eyes perfectly. So I'm gonna see what type of animated eyes I can find and see if they actually fit well with the character. So I kind of like this eye right here, this little eyeball right here. So we're gonna see if we can actually structure this eyeball onto him right there. So because his eyes are a little bit darker, and we're just gonna give him brown eyes and then go from there. To be honest, I'm kind of digging that. I do kind of like that. I need to add like the actual eyelids themselves so they don't look a little bit lifeless. Because right now he just looks somewhat dead inside right now. So I kind of need to add a little bit of that eyelids. Now he looks kind of tired. His eyes look kind of like wonky and tired, so I might have to adjust the pupils on the right eye. That looks a little bit better now. Okay, that looks a lot better right now. So we got the eyebrows, we got his eyes, got the little bit of the glasses done like that. We're getting really close to getting him done right here. So now let's add the final colors and details and stuff like that, and I think we'll be good to go with this character. And then I think we're good to go on Mr. Isaac himself. We got a little bit of that cartoon action, which I'm actually really proud of. We're gonna just edge up a little bit of his hair. I would get into the body count, but like most likely I just add other people's bodies in there, because like my character, it was like a normal body. You add like the shirt, you add like the pants and the legs and stuff like that. So I kind of just like don't want to really get into that. I kind of want to just get into like actually drawing the character right here. So this is actually Isaac. This is how I actually draw my characters. I just go with skin tone, hair color, glasses and features, drawing the eyes. There's the lips right in here. There's his actual nose. This is kind of the type of drawings that I really do. And just to add a little bit more in-depth color, I kind of just changed the opacity a little bit, but not on the actual layer. I do it on the opacity. So we're gonna go ahead and just lower down a little bit just to give it a little bit of that more in-depth type of feel, like that actual legit like shadows in his skin, and then kind of just implement it into his face right here. So this is actually the final product right here, and you can judge me with however you guys want. This is how I usually draw my characters and stuff like that. One thing I can also fix is probably this part, because it looks like his glasses are kind of floating, and I know a lot of people are going to feel that weird. So we're just going to add a little bit of that black color in there, add like a paint bucket and stuff like that, and then there you go. There is actually Isaac. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, also comment down below any critiques. I know there's going to be a couple of graphic design people that would want to critique my type of style of art. So I mean, like, I kind of see my kind of artist style is like not as unique. I mean, a lot of people probably use these elements in terms of like getting some Google pictures, add them onto the screen, and then go from there. But this is actually how I actually draw my characters and stuff like that. So hope you guys enjoy. That's pretty much it. Until then, fall out.